Let me tell you a story from an old river kingdom. A story about two brothers, a stolen inheritance, and a destiny that no human hand could rewrite. It begins on the night their father died, and everything fell apart. In the kingdom of Oloran lived two sons. Tamu, the younger, gentle, patient, loved by all. Baru, the elder, ambitious, proud, and secretly jealous. Their father left behind two treasures: a sacred land by the river Ofa, and a golden cowrie charm, said to bless only a pure heart. But envy is a shadow that grows in silence. And on the night of mourning, Baru made a choice that would haunt him for years. He stole everything: the land, the charm, and drove his brother away. Tamu left without protest. Not because he was weak, but because revenge had no place in his heart. What Baru didn't know was that the Riverland was protected by a guardian spirit. A spirit who watches over justice. At first, Baru enjoyed his stolen wealth. The crops grew tall. The river sang gently. People admired him. But soon, the river began to withdraw. Fish vanished. Soil cracked. A strange sickness spread across his fields. He told himself it was bad luck. But deep down, he feared the truth. Meanwhile, Tamu wandered through forests and valleys, until he reached a quiet river with waters clear as glass. There he met an old river priestess, her eyes shimmering like moonlit water. She looked at him as if she had been waiting. "Son, destiny cannot be stolen. It can only be delayed. Your time will come." Under her guidance, Tamu learned the old ways: to listen to the river, to understand the wind, to carry his pain with gentleness instead of anger. Back in Oloran, Baru's luck collapsed. One day, before the whole village, the golden cowrie charm shattered in his hand, and dark water leaked from the cracks. People gasped. Some whispered, "The river has judged him." Baru felt the world turn against him. But worse was yet to come. Storm clouds gathered above the kingdom. Thunder roared like an ancient warning. And the once dying river rose with furious strength. As the waters swelled and people fled, someone returned. Tamu, clad in the simple robes of a river disciple. He stood before the raging flood. Baru saw him across the water. Fear and anger tangled inside him. "Why have you come back? To take what's mine?" he shouted. Tamu shook his head. "What was never yours cannot be taken from you." Then, the river shifted. From the heart of the flood rose a figure of silver and flowing water. The river guardian. Her voice echoed like a tide crashing on rocks. "Baru, you filled your heart with envy. You took what belonged to another. What is stolen will be reclaimed." She lifted the broken cowrie charm. It mended itself in her hands, glowing with a golden light. And she placed it at Tamu's feet. The river roared. Baru tried to stand his ground, but the earth beneath him split. He stumbled, fell, and was swept away. Not drowned, but cast out. Banished by the very land he claimed. Tamu raised his hands toward the river. "Peace," he whispered. And the raging water obeyed. It calmed. It receded. It nourished the soil again. The villagers gathered, trembling, humbled. They welcomed Tamu not as a ruler, but as a healer. His inheritance returned. Not through force, but through truth. For generations, people in the kingdom of Oloran retold this story and its lesson. You can steal a man's wealth, but you cannot steal his destiny. What the river writes, no human hand can wash away. And that is how justice finally returned to the River Kingdom. What lesson do you take from this story? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please subscribe to our channel for more stories like this every week.